Hello, listeners. Welcome back to our final Taylor Swift episode. Today, we have more students who have submitted Taylor Swift songs. And I have to say, of all the music that was submitted by the fifth graders who chose to participate in this project, Taylor Swift was the only... No, that's not true. She was not the only repeat that was submitted, but she was the one that many, many people submitted songs by her. So friends out there who are listening, if you're already turning your nose up at the idea of Taylor Swift, please keep an open mind. You just never know. There might be one song that we're going to share with you that might be one that you would really like, and I'd hate for you to miss out on that opportunity. So our first guest today is Presley. How are you doing today, Presley?
I'm good.
All right. So Presley, will you tell our listeners where you rank yourself on a 1 to 10 scale of your level of love of Taylor Swift?
Well, I know it's 1 to 10, but I'm 1,000.
Okay. So I don't know. What would that be? Super ultra mega fan?
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been this devoted to Taylor Swift and her music?
Well, I really started listening to her about last year, but I've listened to her since I was like about 2.
So are there any songs of Taylor Swift's that you don't know?
Probably.
Probably. Thank you for that honest answer. So will you tell our listeners the name of the song you submitted and why they should give it a listen?
Well, I submitted Safe and Sound, and it's like a sad song, and it really makes you feel something.
So can you give our listeners some context of where they might have heard this song, even if they aren't a Taylor Swift fan, or anything about the music?
Well, you might have heard it in the Hunger Games or with the Civil Wars. They helped her create the song.
So tell us a little bit about who are the Civil Wars.
They are a band who they are more of a sadder band, but they really, really make you feel something, and that's what they did with Taylor Swift.
So for some context for our listeners, the Civil Wars happens to be one of my favorite duos of all time. They are not together anymore, but Presley said very well, they create music that is very emotional, and their partnership with Taylor Swift did a great job with this song. So one last thing, Presley, Safe and Sound, how would you categorize this? Would this be like a dance song, a lullaby, an angry song? Like what level of emotion would you put this song in so people could know this might be a good time to listen to it?
Well, I listened to it at like 3 a.m., but I really it's like a sad, happy, it has some happy parts in it, but it's just a bunch of different things.
So do you think this would be kind of a good lullaby?
Yeah.
Kind of calming down at the end of the day?
I listen to it when I'm like studying or something like that.
Great. Thank you so much, Presley. All right, our next submitter is Sydney. How are you today, Sydney?
I'm good.
Where would you rank your level of fandom for Taylor Swift?
Probably a 10.
10. Lots of mega fans here today, folks. So will you tell our listeners the song that you submitted?
I submitted Welcome to New York.
And the title kind of gives it away, but will you tell our listeners what the song is about and maybe why she wrote it?
The song's about going to New York, and she probably wrote it for you to feel how it would be to move and be in a new place.
Absolutely. So even if you've moved and you're not moving to New York, this would be a good song to help you maybe understand how that felt. And she did write it when she moved to New York City. Explain to our listeners a little bit about how Taylor Swift uses her life to inform her songwriting.
She uses her life to inform her writing songs by saying how she feels in her songs. Some are angry, some are sad. In Welcome to New York, it's happy that she kind of moves and in a new place.
So sometimes change is hard, but it can also be exciting, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Sydney. And our final presenter is Quinn. How are you today?
I'm good.
All right. So Quinn, you also really like the song Welcome to New York, but is that the only song you like by Taylor Swift?
No, I like all of them.
So where would you rank yourself on your level of Swiftiness?
Probably a 13 out of 10.
13 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want any information on Taylor Swift, I feel like these ladies here today are who you should talk to. I know I'm going to talk to them if I have any questions. So, Quinn, I'd like to open it up for you to talk about Welcome to New York if you'd like. But if there's anything else you think our listeners should know about the phenomenon that Taylor Swift is, please share.
Well, about Welcome to New York, I feel like it's just like really inspirational, like about moving to a new place and getting somewhere new and starting a new life and stuff. So, yeah.
So does it make you excited to want to move somewhere someday, maybe?
Yeah, it kind of does.
So she was able to use her life experience to maybe encourage you to try something new.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about, if you had the chance to talk to someone who was like, I don't want anything to do with Taylor Swift. I've never even listened to her music, but I don't care. What would you say to encourage them to give her a listen?
I would say she's more than just like a music artist. She's also like an inspirational person, and like she cares for people and helps them. And so, yeah, maybe just give the music a try, and there's got to be one song that you like.
Do you feel like all of her music sounds the same, or do you feel like she's able to be very, or do you feel like she's able to have quite a variety of styles? How would you describe her full catalog?
She has a big catalog with tons of stuff. Like she started country and went through pop, and now she's getting into like sad stuff. So, yeah, she has a lot of different genres and stuff.
So anybody could find something they might enjoy listening to, even if they weren't a mega fan, even if they were a level 1 or 2. You think they'd find a song they could enjoy?
Yeah.
All right. We've got one more message. Remember, if you were turning your nose up, thank you for sticking with us through these episodes about Taylor Swift. And we would like to encourage you to
give it a listen.